If you want to carry $50,000 in gold, buy a lot for $50,000 somewhere, because it's going to retain its value better than gold, in my opinion. Lee, why land and why now? Well, for starters, there is less competition. Most investors with investment capital prefer developments, they prefer house flipping, they prefer condo buildings to gain profits. Land is an unusual investing instrument that is mostly overlooked. This is because most think of it as dirt that you can't use. Others think of it as something that you have to have a lot of money to participate in, and both of those things would be inaccurate. Owning land gives you financial security and peace of mind. Experts recommend raw land investing and buying land for future development because it cannot disappear or suddenly lose its value. Regardless of the world economic situation, the value of land constantly increases. Now, I want you guys to take notes here this evening. As I mentioned, this is a new topic for many of you. The Lee Arnold System of Real Estate Investing, in 25 years of training, never trained or taught on land development. And the reason is we didn't need to. There was enough housing stock to go around. It was one of the faster ways to make money, was just to flip existing structures. But as many of you are fully aware, you've had a hard time competing on existing properties because there is so much competition that has entered your market. And for many of you, you are not only competing against local investors, you are now competing against nationwide investors. I'm in a mastermind group with some of the top real estate investors across the country, and many of them have expanded their wholesale operation into multiple states, and they are dropping hundreds of thousands and in some cases millions of direct mail into your market every single month. And so trying to compete against some of these nationwide wholesalers is becoming more and more of a challenge. Now, it's certainly not an impossibility. I mean, we just got done with a 3-day Lee's Inner Circle last week where we started on Wednesday, and by Friday, we had already closed on a house that has about $40,000 in profit. So if you know where to look, it's still a very viable strategy. But I know for some of you, you're just getting beat up by the competitors in your market. So I wanted to show you guys some of the things that we have been doing as a company that I believe are doable for every single one of you, regardless of how much money you have or do not have. But you've got to make sure that you are looking in the right places. Now, land development has become even more of a priority when you consider that much of the housing stock, in fact, last year, 46% of all new home construction was purchased by Wall Street, specifically for a build-to-rent product. One of the other reasons, you guys, that we are seeing record housing prices is there's not enough inventory. And it's not necessarily because builders aren't building enough new homes, it's because they're building all these new homes and they are selling them to Wall Street, who's buying them to rent, not buying them to sell. So when you take 46% of the tens of thousands of new homes that we build every single month in this country, and you eliminate them from being available for purchase, it puts an even greater strain on the remaining homes that can be sold for owner-occupants to occupy. Now, trying to now compete against Wall Street, owner-occupants, and all of these other investors, now you can see why you guys are missing out on some bids and you're having a hard time getting anything under contract. So I get it. And that's why this is such an attractive and profitable opportunity for those of you that choose to go this direction. With land, you have very little maintenance or no maintenance because you don't need to pay utility bills, mortgages, insurance, or roof repairs and replacements. Property taxes are the cheapest on raw land because your property doesn't demand unexpected costs while silently increasing in value. Now, on your notes that I want you to write down this term, okay? The term is called land banking. Land banking. Some people decide to put their money in gold, and as the federal government continues to print money So far, from January 1st of this year, the federal government has printed $3.7 trillion in new money. Now understand, you guys, that when we are printing $3.7 trillion in new money, it puts more money into the marketplace, and the cash that you have on hand goes down in its spending power. So what some people will do, instead of stockpiling dollars, they will stockpile gold, because as the dollar gets weaker, gold gets more valuable. But a better strategy than gold is land, right? If you want to carry $50,000 in gold, go buy a lot for $50,000 somewhere, because it's going to retain its value better than gold, in my opinion.